Welcome to That Heartbreak Hogs podcast. If you are new here, please consider hitting that thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. Please comment down below your thoughts on our takes. And with that being said, we are going to head into the video that you came here for. Well, both of our predicted champions are out.
I
Sid
was
had
doing so
Oregon.
well.
Sid had Oregon, and I was gonna text him and go like, "Hey, buddy, your national champ's out." But I was gonna wait in to see the Georgia game and see what would happen since it got delayed a day. I was like, "Oh, all right, let's see what happens." And sure enough, Notre Dame takes care of mighty Georgia. Um,
Who was in your
you,
championship?
so I had Georgia beating uh, Oregon in my national championship.
Yeah.
However, I did say that I think Notre Dame is legit. And if they did find a way to get past Georgia, that I think that they are a real contender and that they would contend with Georgia. But I had to take Georgia just because of Kirby Smart's history in the playoff and all of that. But Notre Dame, I'm starting to really drink the Kool-Aid on them. I love the way that their team is built. I think they're very balanced. I like their emphasis on strong defense. I just like what they're doing. I like what I see, and I think that they can match up with a lot of teams. Let's start with this first game. Penn State and Notre Dame. I'm going to continue the trend here. I think that this is going to be a blowout. Notre Dame is going to win convincingly over Penn State. Penn State, I am skeptical of beating SMU, and Boise State to me.
And you've said it all season too. Just throwing
Yeah.
that out there too.
I've been skeptical of Penn State, and even though I've been picking them to lose, like I picked SMU to beat them, SMU was not very good.
Yeah.
They hadn't played anybody. It was obvious whenever they played Penn State. Boise State, it was a matchup nightmare for Boise State. All of Boise State's strengths on offense were Penn State's strengths on defense. And Penn State's strengths on offense were Boise's weaknesses on defense. So whenever that matchup happened, I picked Penn State to beat Boise after the fact, not in my original one because I had Penn State losing the first one. But I thought that would be a matchup nightmare for Boise. That being said, again, I don't think Penn State has really been tested. I think Notre Dame is built like a championship type roster, and I think that they are going to win convincingly, and the trend of blowouts in this college football playoff is going to continue on Thursday. What about you, Sid?
See, I'm not that against Penn State like as you are.
Yeah, I know you're not.
I just haven't been.
They are better than I thought. I'm going to give them credit. I just to cut you off real quick.
Yeah.
I'm going to give Penn State some flowers to make it to the round of 4 teams left. Congratulations. Y'all were better. Regardless if I still don't really think that you've really played that significant of a team, I think you've definitely earned like top 10 status. Like at the very least, like they're better than I thought. And they are better than I've been giving them credit for all season long. I'll give them that, but I think they hit a brick wall this game.
Yeah, I mean, on top of that, I think they're good at preparation. I think they know how to prepare for the opposing team, who they're going to play, and then are able to kind of mold their game to play that team. And so you might see a different team than you did against Boise with
That
Notre
might be
Dame.
interesting. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And as you did against SMU, they just know how to kind of play their opponent and almost like a chess match. And so I wouldn't count them out.
Sounds like you
I
might be
wouldn't say it's
taking
a
Penn
blowout.
State.
I wouldn't say it's a blowout, but I do think I'm still taking Notre Dame.
No, you're taking Notre Dame after all of that.
But unlike you, I'm
You're
not
taking it
saying it's a
closer.
blowout. I'm taking it a lot closer, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did win. Um,
But you think they win by more than 1.5, I would assume, right? Notre
yes,
Dame.
yes, yes. Is that
Okay.
the spread?
Yeah, 1.5.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit. Yeah, obviously 1.5. It's just a dumb spread. Um, yeah, I
All right.
I think. Um,
Did you want
I
to
mean,
did you want to add something?
the only thing was like the only thing it's like hard to pick against Notre Dame is because they beat Georgia.
I know.
They beat the Georgia, who we all thought, no
I
way. Like, even though I didn't have Georgia winning it all, there's no
Yeah.
in my back of my mind, I'm like, Georgia's
So
gonna probably win it all.
this is what's weird about Georgia is you feel obligated to pick them, but if they lose, you're kind of like, man, were they that good? But
Yeah,
you would pick them to win again. You would keep picking them to win, but
yeah,
losing, you're kind of like, man, I don't know. Because Lane Kiffin beat them.
yeah,
Lane Kiffin's first ever big win was this year against Georgia. They almost lost to Kentucky, like escaped a terrible Kentucky team, which beat Ole Miss, the team that did beat them. So, and then you lose. What was their other loss? They lost to Ole Miss and
uh, 2 losses, right? Yeah,
Bama,
yeah,
Alabama, who just finished the
it
season losing to
didn't look
Michigan
good, right.
and got blown out by Oklahoma.
Yeah, well, we
Lost
all
to
should have
Vanderbilt.
known. We all should have known,
So,
but
how good was Georgia? That's the thing. But then at the same time, we're like, well, we're going to pick them to win if they're playing.
yeah,
So it's a really weird situation with the Georgia thing. But Notre Dame beat them convincingly. Like it wasn't
no, I
like
mean,
they barely beat them. I mean they handled them.
right, which is why I think like Notre Dame is just going to be. I think Penn State will do well and
Hmm.
kind of try to play Notre Dame, but I think Notre Dame just outmatches them
Yeah,
um, compared to Boise and SMU.
yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. Again, please consider hitting that like button, subscribing to our channel, and commenting down below. We'll see you guys in the next video.